Hello, this is Ryan with Mama on Mission, and today we are going to talk about scheduling. I've gotten a few requests from other homeschool moms or hopeful homeschool moms asking about my schedule and how we fit in our teaching. We only have two boys, so this isn't going to be like one of the really cool, like how you work 8 kids into a schedule things. But this is how we do it with my two boys now that they're both school age. Around 9 o'clock, I'm not going to go down like my whole day, just like our school day. Around 9 o'clock, we have our start song. I got this idea from Pam Barnhill, and we do the Pharrell Happy song from Despicable Me. And that's like my oldest son's like, that's his jam. And so we play that because it's really upbeat. And I tell him that means you have X amount of minutes to get your jiggles out. Like go wiggle around, run, jump, dance, sing, whatever you got to do. But by the end of the song, your bottoms need to be on the couch. That's the rule. And that is when we do our prayer and pledge. Then we start in on our morning basket. And I'm going to do a separate video on what exactly is in our morning basket. I'll just kind of give a brief rundown of how that goes, though. We start off with Bible always, and then we do what I call our learning loop. So we have different subjects that we rotate out for our morning learning loop. And then we do our memory work. And then we do our reading loop. We rotate out what we're reading each day. And we save reading for last because we like to keep morning time around an hour. So if we get to the reading and we only have 5 minutes, then we can read for 5 minutes, put a bookmark in it, and be done. And if we still have 30 minutes, then I'll read for 30 minutes. You know, that's kind of something you can adjust a little bit depending on how much time you have left. Then the goal is at 10 o'clock to move from the living room. We don't have a homeschool room, unfortunately. So we move from the living room into the kitchen. My second grader goes to the island with me to do math. My kindergartner goes to the dining room table to do his daily learning notebook from Confessions of a Homeschooler. So basically, like he does that himself while me and the older one are at the island doing math. And then as soon as the older one is done with his math lesson, they switch spots. Typically, my younger one is done before his brother's done with his math. And so I'll give him either like a highlights magazine to work through or some Play-Doh or a puzzle or something that's still like learning, but is still something that I don't have to do with him and can just entertain him until his brother's done with math. When his brother's done with math, he goes and does his daily learning notebook from Confessions of a Homeschooler. He just has the older, like elementary age version of it, and he can do that totally independently. And then his brother comes up and does math with me. My older son finishes up the daily learning notebook and then does his prescripts, which is his handwriting, because he can do that by himself. I don't have to be in there. And his spelling, he can usually do by himself. Then we enter that's usually from 10 to 11. At 11, I try to transition into either history or science. We kind of alternate, or we kind of loop through if we're going to do science or history, but we usually only do one or the other each day. So from 10 to 11 is when we've done math, and my older son has also done spelling and handwriting. Then from 11 to 12, we have a history chunk or a science chunk. And if it lets out a little early, then we just start our break a little early, but it usually lasts around an hour. At 12, we have break, and my boys usually go outside. Sometimes I'll go outside with them if they want to go out front and ride bikes and stuff. I'll go out with them, sit down and read a book. That gives me time to kind of like decompress a little bit. Sometimes if I have stuff I need to get done in the house, I'll send them out back in our fenced-in yard, and I'll do something around the house, whatever I need to do, or take care of the baby or whatever. And then we also have lunch. So between 12 and 1, we have kind of a recess and lunch. Then at around 1-ish, these are all very loose times. Like this is, on a perfect day, these are the times. But we just kind of keep it like morning time around an hour. Our math and spelling and handwriting time around an hour. Our lunch and recess around an hour. So it's loose. This is just how it would be on a perfect day. So then at 1, we come back, and my second grader does writing, grammar, and vocabulary. Usually while he's doing vocabulary, because vocabulary he can do by himself. So while he's doing vocabulary, I'm with my younger son doing these worksheet pages are just kindergarten worksheet pages. He likes worksheets, and I let him do them. I just have to still read the directions to him. And we do his phonics lessons while his brother's doing vocab, because his phonics lessons are obviously very teacher intensive. And then my kindergarten's usually free to go play for a little bit while my second grader's wrapping up with his language lessons, writing, and vocab, because those three things take a lot longer than my other son's handwriting, kindergarten worksheets, and phonics. And then that usually takes us right into rest time. Usually after that, I send them back outside to burn off some energy. So that's the kind of loose schedule of how we get everything done in a day. If you have any questions or would like to share how you do everything, comment below and let me know. Thanks for watching.